Welcome back, Gladiators. It's Wednesday. You're halfway through your week, so we're getting closer to Friday, ending our first week of school. So I want to go through today's lesson and assignments with you. So the first thing I want to show you is your chemistry notebook. So you're going to go down and you're going to see your science INB. Inside you'll find a chemistry INB. If you open that up, it is going to make a copy for you. The first thing that I'm going to ask you to do is type your name and class period on the front cover. You can scroll through it. Your assignment is going to be starting on page 8. So let's go look at our assignment back in Schoology. So once you're in your Schoology, back in your course, you are going to go to your first grading period, week 1, Wednesday. You notice we have 2 activities to complete. So if I open the first one, it says, what is an atom? Make sure you have opened the science textbook from your portal. So look for this icon that says Think Central in your portal. If it is there, click on it. If it is not there, hold. So if this is open in your portal, the next thing you're going to do, it says, is to read page 114 that is linked on slide 8. So back in your chemistry INB, if you look right here, it tells you to open that. If I click here, it will take me straight to page 114, and that's what you're going to read. Or you can have it read to you by pressing this icon. After you have read that page, you are going to open the Google Doc that's attached and complete the table. Your Google Doc is called What is an Atom? You're going to read through this background history of the term atom, and then you're going to complete whatever is missing. So if it's in this column, you're writing the answer. If it's in this column, you're going to write the question or statement that goes with this answer. Now you notice there's a part 2. For part 2, you cannot complete it until Friday. So once you have finished the table, you are going to submit this for me to grade the first half. So that's the first part of your assignment. If we go back into our Wednesday folder, we have our textbook reading. Again, this is associated with our chemistry notebook. You should already have that icon open. Now we're going to read page 115, that's on slide 9. So if I go back to my INB, I go to slide 9. Same thing, if I click here, it's going to take me to that page. Once you're at that page, you're going to read it. You're going to use that information to come up with a definition of the word atom. And then you're done. Now, if you do not have access, on both of those slides, I have linked a copy of the textbook page. So if you do not have access to your textbook, I have linked it in the assignment. Right? I do want you to practice opening it through Think Central, though, because as we go farther in the year and everybody has access, I will not be linking the pages anymore. Now, let's talk about an atom. So when we talk about an atom, how did it come about? Well, it's like many things in science. It came about because there were big thinkers out there, philosophers. So a philosopher is a guy that has basically random ideas. Do you have that friend that always has a random thought or a random idea and they just throw it out there? Just makes no sense to anything you're talking about. Well, there was a philosopher many, many years ago named Democritus. Now, Democritus had the random thought, and it came about because of a piece of cheese. So he had a piece of cheese, and I'm going to find my piece of cheese that is not going to be the exact same piece of cheese, obviously. So let's say this paper is a piece of cheese. So he's having his lunch or his snack, whatever it may be, and he cuts off a slice of cheese. He's got a slice of cheese. He's got a slice of cheese. But, being a philosopher, random ideas, he decides to cut it again. Now he has a smaller piece of cheese. And he keeps cutting. And he keeps cutting. And he keeps cutting. And cutting. And cutting. And cutting. Until he gets to the teeniest, I think I get a little more, tiniest piece of cheese that he cannot cut anymore. And once he got to that little tiny piece of cheese, he's like, you know what? I can't do any more. This is the smallest piece of cheese I can get to. I'm going to call it atomos. piece of cheese became a tomos, that which cannot be divided. So the term atom comes from the word atomos, meaning the smallest piece that cannot be divided any farther. And that's what we use today when we talk about atoms. So as you read that article, it's going to go into more detail about the history of an atom and what the word atom really means. Use that information to complete your table and get it turned in.